is from Mel. That's right. Hi, Mel. Charlie, I'm disappointed. Look, I understand that it's dumb, but Charlie, come on. You can't criticize the Fast and Furious franchise when you're an out and proud fan of 5. Okay. I mean, point taken.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to ironic pop culture indulgences, yes. But I think I'm over
how
5.
can you like 5 and not like Fast 5? I mean,
That's right.
Come on.
There's the same spelling. It's spelled the same. Fast and Furious is a pop culture icon. Although I did notice there was some chatter online that because I was attributing Fast and the Furious's popularity to millennials, and there's a bit of pushback online. A lot of millennials saying, "Hey, don't blame us for its popularity. We're not sole to blame. There's plenty of Gen Xers in there and Boomers who seem to enjoy the what is it? The dramas of the Dom Peretta?
Yeah,
Dom.
It's definitely one of those.
Dom Peretta?
Pareto? Yeah.
Dom Peretta?
I'm going to say Pareto.
Dom Peretta. It's family. Like it or loathe it, as someone who sits there and commentates on pop culture every dang week, I'm disappointed in your lack of interest. Oh, this is my radio head.
Oh, my God. Okay. Calm down.
This is people like, you've got to know it. You've got to know about it. I think I do, though. I think the Fast and the Furious
you know enough
is a
about
franchise where you only need to...
Toretto, not Pareto.
Toretto.
I think.
Dom Toretto.
No.
I've been a fan of these films from the start. Okay, let me bloody frank my credentials. I saw the original Fast and the Furious at the cinema, but back when it was a car racing movie.
Let me go with all my credentials, which is like I've seen every single one of these films, despite the fact that I have not enjoyed any of them, because I believe it is a cultural phenomena and it is my responsibility as a cultural commentator to have my head around it.
Oh, shit. I've been a fan from the start, and I'm even over it with these later ones and their ridiculous storylines, but there's absolutely no way to deny that the original film and maybe the 3 following it, Too Fast, Too Furious, F&F, Tokyo Drift, and Fast and Furious, sparked a way of life for some. I would dispute that the first one is good. I think the first one is a passable crime action film, but I don't think it's in any way great. In fact, the fact that it spawned so many sequels is amazing.
With all due respect, none of them are good. Like, are they entertaining? But they're like going on a ride. Like the idea that like we're judging them by the standards of them being good, I think is an unfair standard for what these movies are. Like I think occasionally they stray into something good, but that is not I think you appreciate that when it goes to somewhere that is genuine or like emotive or just spectacular or whatever. But like the rest of the time, it's just like enjoy the ride.
Original trilogy aside, would you be more inclined to watch a Fast and Furious or Star Wars film?
Again, this is what I mean about like the Fast. I've enjoyed all of them. It's never been a chore to watch any of them. And I say this as a person who's watched every single one of them. They are not good. I say this as a person who did that Universal tour so many times and went on that Fast and Furious. I've done it all, man. I've been in the 3D experience. They're not good. They're entertaining. There's car chases and bad acting and dumb fights and unrealistic plot lines and whatever. They're not good. It's impossible for them to be good with the ingredients that they've got in them. Like you can't make a good version of the Fast and the Furious because it wouldn't have any of the things in it that make the Fast and the Furious worth watching.
Yeah.
Like in a good version, they'd be like, this guy can't be on our team. He was the bad guy. Just like last year.
He killed the entire hospital.
Like, mate, we can't just get over that. This is the real world.
As you two have clearly demonstrated in the past that you know nothing about cars, here's a side note. Here's a tip. If your brakes don't work, use the handbrake to stop. Otherwise, you'll end up in an accident, Charlie. Yes, I realized well after the fact that I could have used my handbrake. I understand that you may not understand the cultural revolution around the tuner car lifestyle, but it was real in capital letters. Okay, no, I'm aware that
it was a cultural
cultural
imprint. Yeah. But it's like the movies make $1 billion each. They've made fucking 10 of them or 12 with spin-offs or whatever the fuck it is. Clearly, it's a cultural phenomenon.
I challenge you both to watch them all.
I have watched them all.
Will's already done
Challenge
that.
accepted and completed.
And completed. Do it in a Wim Hof ice bath.
I challenge
That's the real
you
challenge.
to go on the 3D Universal ride more than once, but I've fucking done it.
It will give you a bunch of shit to hang on Vin Diesel and The Rock. Also, in reference to Paul Walker's character's undercover name, Brian Earl Spillner, the line from Dom after he finds out his name is, yeah, typical white boy name. You have to watch them. Again, all in capitals. Watch at least the first 4 movies. Love you both. You're the only pod I listen to. Oh. But I'm now off to do the unthinkable and start Tofop at number 1 again.
Oh my God.
Because I missed a bunch from 2015 to 2022. See how committed I am? Now commit to the Fast and Furious life.
Well, so here's what I'm going to
Signs
say.
off like the Joker.
Not only have I watched all of the Fast and Furious movies, and I will absolutely go and see the new one, I have been on that Universal 3D ride. And the most disturbing and scary thing about that is it's old school graphics. They haven't updated it. So Vin Diesel's head does not look great. And then I have, Charlie, been listening to the Weekly Planet as they do their rundown on Caravan of Garbage of the Fast and the Furious movies. So like, I feel like I have...
Yeah, this isn't letters not written to you.
This is
Just
not.
what
I'm across this franchise and I'm interested still. I'm interested enough to listen to the podcast of them talking about it in anticipation. But I stand by the fact that it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I stand by the fact that I will not watch all the Fast and Furious movies. I've seen 4 randomly scattered out throughout the 12 or whatever there is, and that's enough for me. To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Tofop.